This is a learning and exam preparation video for the IB Business syllabus. At the end of the video are practice assignments for you to prepare you from the exams. Please click www.intmace.com on the link at the bottom of this video to do the assignments for this topic. Unit 3.3 Break-Even Analysis. Contribution. It is an important concept when determining the overall profitability brought about by given products in a business. It can be used in calculating how many products need to be sold in order to cover a firm's cost. It determines how much a product contributes to its fixed cost and profits after deducting the variable costs. Contribution per unit refers to the difference between the selling price per unit and variable cost per unit. Contribution per unit equals price per unit minus variable cost per unit. Total contribution. It is calculated when more than one unit is sold. It is found by subtracting the total variable cost from the total revenue. Total contribution equals total revenue minus total variable cost. Contribution and profit. After establishing contribution, profit can be calculated as profit equals total contribution minus total fixed costs. Profit is obtained by subtracting total fixed cost from the total contribution. Breaking even. After gathering information about pricing and fixed and variable costs, a firm will need to calculate what level of output is needed to sell to cover all its costs. It is especially important for startup businesses to establish the minimum number of products they need to sell to cover all their costs. Break-even point. This occurs where the total cost is equal to the total revenue. At this point, the business will neither make a profit nor a loss. Break-even chart. It is a graphical method that measures the value of a firm's costs and revenue figures on a graph. The horizontal axis measures the output or units of production while the vertical axis measures the costs and revenues. Points that need to be considered in constructing a break-even chart. Fixed cost, FC, needs to be paid no matter on what level of output, and since they are constant at these levels, they are represented by the horizontal continuous lines. Without units of output, there would be no variable costs, VC. VC line must start from the origin. The variable cost must be parallel to the number of units produced. The total cost, TC, line begins where the fixed cost, FC, line starts and it follows the same trends as the VC line. The total revenue, TR, line begins from the origin, 0. The greater the number of units sold, the greater the total revenue will be. The break-even point is the point where the TC line intersects with the TR line. At this point, the break-even revenue, costs, as well as the break-even level of output, can be read from the graph. The left of the break-even point shows the loss made by the firm, whereas the right of this point shows the profit obtained. Margin of safety, safety margin. It is a measure of the difference between a break-even level of output and the actual level of output. It is the range of output over which profit is made. It is the essence of knowing the number of units needed to produce beyond the break-even point as well as how much output source sales could fall before a loss is noted. An example of a break-even chart with a margin of safety. Practice assignments, exam prep assignments for the IB Business Studies syllabus. You may now proceed to try out the exam preparation assignments. All assignments will be marked and feedback will be given. Should you need to speak to one of our tutors, send your email to administration@intmace.com. Please proceed to the link www.intmace.com at the bottom of this video to commence with your practice. Please click subscribe to our video if you find the content useful. All the best with your assignments.